Understand printing devices. In this lesson, you will explore printer options, managing printers, and internet printing. Here are some guiding questions I'd like you to consider. What service loads files into memory for later printing? What is a print queue? And what is internet printing? This slide contains a list of printer terms that you should be familiar with, which include a port, print driver, print queue, and a print spooler. The print spooler service controls printing on a Windows system. If you stop the print spooler service, the computer will be unable to print. If print jobs are stuck in the printer queue, you can restart the printer spooler service and that will clear those jobs. Here are some of the different type of printers you may encounter: inkjet printers, laser printers, and all-in-one printers. When choosing a printer type, people should consider the consumables along with the printer price. Most printers will have a cost per page, which is the price per page of consumables, which includes your paper, ink or toner, and so on. Printers can be connected to your computer in different ways. One of the ways is a wired printer, which uses a cable or a port on your computer, such as the USB or the parallel port. We have wireless printers, which use Bluetooth or Wi-Fi technology. Your local printers are connected directly to your computer. And network printers, which are connected through a network. A network printer requires a network adapter. So wired or locally attached printers that are not network capable can be shared from another computer or a print server device. If you want to manage your printers, you would use the Devices and Printers console to install, view, or manage the printers. You can open it by clicking the Start and then clicking Devices and Printers. Print devices will be listed in the Printers and Faxes pane, and the fax device allows a user to send a document to a fax device as if it were being sent to a printer. It will send the document to a fax modem if it's configured. The Microsoft XPS document writer allows a user to print a document to an XML printer specification standard format. This is referred to as printing to a file. You can also configure your printer to send the print job to a print to file port. The document will be sent to a file with the .prn extension. If you right-click on a printer icon, you can get all kinds of options to manage your printer. Things such as see what's printing, set as default printer, printing preferences, printer properties, and remove device can be accessed. Looking at the generic properties window contains many options for managing printers. The General tab gives you descriptive information about the printer and can access printer preferences and print test pages. The Sharing tab allows sharing to be enabled as well as providing additional drivers to other versions of Windows. The Ports tab allows you to define the ports for the computer and specifies which port is being used for printing. The Advanced tab allows you to select or update drivers and manage spool settings. The Security tab allows you to grant access or deny access to the printer and manage the printer and its documents and queues. And the Device Settings tab allows you to configure the features of the printer, which include tray and paper handling and finishing options. When you're installing a local printer, here are the steps that you would proceed through in order to install a local printer. Keep in mind you can install a network printer that has an IP address to your computer by installing a local printer and assigning a TCP/IP port to that printer. If you would like to set up a network printer which is attached to someone else's computer or to a print server, here are the steps you would go through in order to make that connection. The print spooler service manages all print jobs and print queues. You can access the print spooler service by accessing the Service Management Console. You can type services.msc to access the console. Here you can see the print spooler is selected and you can choose to restart or stop the service. It's possible to print from the internet using Windows 7 and Server 2008. The computer sends the print job by using Hypertext Transfer Protocol, or HTTP. You must have Server 2008 R2 running web server role and print services role and the internet printing role. You also have to have a client that's running Windows 7 in order to use internet printing. The internet printing process works like this. A user types the URL for a print device from a computer running Windows 7. The HTTP request is sent over the internet to the print server. The print server requires the client to provide authentication information. This ensures that only authorized users can print documents on the print server. After the server authenticates the user, the server presents status information to the user by using active server pages, which contain information about currently available printers. When the client first begins to connect to any of the printers on the internet, it attempts to find a driver for the printer locally. After the user connects to an internet printer, documents can be sent to the print server. Here's some closing questions I'd like you to discuss. What protocol does internet printing use to send print jobs over the internet? What is managed by the print spooler service? And what is required by print queue to send jobs to a physical print device?